Hi, welcome back to Boxes Lights Game Channel. We're playing Gears of War, the board game. We're just about to start stage 1 of Roadblocks. We need to pay attention to the special rules for stage 1, which tell us when a cult figure enters the map exit, he automatically explores the next level 1 location. So instead of spawning based on location card, each player spawns 1 ticker in an empty area. So we must remember this when we get to the map exit for the first tile. One small correction from the last video, this ticker here should spawn in cover. Anytime you see this symbol here, this arrow here on a locust enemy card, you know that when this enemy moves or spawns into an area, they will dive into cover if they can. So that means this ticker must dive into cover here on spawning. Now we're ready to go with Augustus Cole taking the first turn. The first step is a heal step where you draw up to 2 cards without exceeding the hand limit of 6. And on our first turn we've already got 6 cards in our hand, so there's no healing to be done and there's no drawing of cards. Next is the Cog order steps, and that's what we're going to do now. And we can do one of 3 things. We can either move up to 2 areas by discarding 1 card from our hand, discard a card from our hand to perform 1 attack, or we can actually play 1 card and use the special text here. And that's what you would normally do, because these things are much better than just moving 2 or doing 1 attack. Now as it goes on my turn, I'm going to use this Sit Tight card. And what Sit Tight says is choose a cult figure in your area to draw 2 cards, but we're already at 6 cards. We can never exceed our hand limit, so we'll just ignore that part. Then it says move 1 locust figure 1 area towards you and skip the locust activation step this turn. So that's what I'm going to do. Augustus is going to sit tight and the tickers are drawn in closer. I'm going to bring this one round 1 area. Okay, we can discard this one. Now normally we would do the locust activation step now, but Sit Tight says we can ignore the locust activation step this time. So we move the Demon Bear's turn. Now for Damon, I want to have a crack at those tickers now, and I'm going to use Advance. Advance says perform 1 attack and then move up to 3 areas. So let's do our attack first. Now I'm hoping this is going to be a pretty good piece of teamwork here. Now for Damon, he wants to make good and certain that we're going to take these tickers out. So we're going to use this snub pistol, and I've got 2 ammo on here, and I can take 1 of them off and use the overkill, which means I get to roll 3 black dice for my attack. And it says if I roll 1 of these skulls, so on the dice, on each of these black dice, you got 1 or 2 attacks and then a skull. If we roll a skull with our snub pistol, it automatically deals 1 wound. So we discard this and we can use our overkill. So that's 3 attack dice. Now the tickers, our locusts, they're going to roll these defense dice, these red defense dice, and they have either 1, none, or 2 shields. This number 1 here in this red square tells us that they roll 1 red defense dice. The other thing to note, I'm going to attack this ticker here, and this ticker's 9 cover, but this one's in full cover, which would mean he'd get 2 extra dice, defense dice, to roll. Because I'm going for this one here, it's just his normal 1 red dice. Let's roll these and see how we do. Okay, so each one of these shields, red shields, counts as one attack. So that leaves one wound plus another wound. That's 2 wounds. Remember, these tickers only need 1 wound and they're killed. So this ticker here is killed. These tickers are real crazy locusts. When they attack, they do this kamikaze attack and they deal 1 wound and then they can self-destruct. And if you kill one, which you've just done, then they deal 1 wound to each figure in their area. So they kind of explode. And every figure in their area takes another wound. Now you can see why Augustus drew this ticker closer. Damon Bear pulls off a perfect shot with his snub pistol. The ticker explodes, taking every figure in its area with it. With 1 shot, Damon's cleared the room. And now Damon can complete the rest of his advanced action and move up to 3 areas. 1, 2, 3. Now remember what stage 1 tells us? When a cog figure enters the map exit, he automatically explores the next level 1 location. So now we draw a new level 1 location card. And it's 6A. Which is here. Okay, we need to line this up. Remember, now that we've revealed a new location, each player gets to place a new ticker. I'm going to place 1 here in this area. Remember, they move into cover. And I'm going to spawn 1 back here as well. Again, in cover. As we discard our action, we don't need this anymore. And we draw a locust AI card for the activation step, and we get reinforcements. Reinforcements tells us that we must spawn 1 locust A, 1 locust B and 1 locust C in the map exit. Well, we don't have locust B and C, so this is going to be, I think, bad news for us, because although we don't have B and C, the rules tell us that if we don't have a figure of any particular type, then instead we have to choose the most powerful figure type that is available, and for us, that's tickers. So 1 locust A is a ticker, 1 locust B is a ticker, and 1 locust C is a ticker. So it's 3 tickers all at the map exit. Then each locust A moves 2 areas towards the nearest cog figure, and each locust B moves 1 area towards the nearest cog figure. We can ignore the B part, but all of our A's, that's all of our tickers, are going to move 2 areas closer to the nearest cog figure. Okay, let's have a look and see how this plays. So we got to place 3 of these mean old tickers here on the map exit. Oh, it's dreadful, doesn't it? And then all of the A's are going to move 2 spaces closer. I'm going to move all of these 2 spaces, so they're in here, and then one of these is going to move 2 spaces closer. I was hoping Damon might be able to get a shot off at one of these with one of his reaction abilities from his cards. I don't have the right cards, so we're not going to do that this time, but I'll show you that if and when we can. So now these will move right up alongside Damon here. He's got to get out of there. These 4 tickers here may look pretty gruesome as a collection, but as we already saw, if we can take one of these down, it's going to take them all down.